watching the Batter Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Being talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. Free 99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, they're the champs. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna be saying that till about February. Welcome everybody to episode number 465 of the Better Heroes Podcast. I'm your host Daniel Garana, alongside me as always the KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I got to keep the star on because I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for the kit to come out. I'm still on the high. Like, I've been trying to watch the whole game. It's just fantastic, dude.
And then shout out to the people in the chat. I saw a couple people saying they're probably putting the kids to bed. Yes, if we ever show up later than we're supposed to, I promise you, it's probably because we're having issues putting the kiddos to bed, at least for me. So that's usually what holds me up. So I think my son is still up. Now my wife is helping out because she took over bedtime duties because my son wouldn't go down. But whatever.
Shout out to her.
Yeah. Yes, if it wasn't for her, this show would never, at least for me, it would be Chris Solo because she holds it down. So shout out to her, absolutely. And if she's watching later on, happy anniversary to her. Yesterday was our 12-year anniversary. So last year, we were supposed to win our first MLS Cup on our anniversary, December 7th. And I was really excited about it. I thought I was going to spend my anniversary with her and Inter Miami, but ended up having to wait an extra year and have it on December 6th instead of December 7th, but whatever. So we're here to talk broken records. Okay, this was a very special season for Inter Miami, and Chris and I are like, we got to get on the show, man. I want to keep talking. I'm still on that high, so we're like, well, yeah, man. Let's see what other things they have to talk about. Let's see.
I don't want to move to other stuff in the future. I don't want to move to stuff in the future. I kind of want to sit in it right now.
Absolutely. Now, somebody tweeted, and shout out to the person. I forget what it was, I think it was 89J Stubbs tweeting. It's like, hey, can you guys do a show where you guys are talking about the players that are going and leaving? Absolutely. We are going to do that. We do our Battered Awards. If you guys are new to the channel this year, every year we do our Battered Awards. We do the best show of the year, best guest of the year, best goal of the year, most disappointing player, get banned, like all that. So all of that's coming in the coming weeks. But for today, it's been 48 hours, and we want to talk about next year? Absolutely not. We're going to soak in it. We're going to enjoy this a little longer. Okay, Chris.
Listen, and I just want to mention something here because, by the way, Alpha, shout out to Alpha. It's been a while since I've seen you. You already got the coquito on deck. Like, I mean, what a beautiful thing. And then the loner mentions a good comment. Chris, love the way you're giving back to trolls and defending Miami and Messi on Twitter. Listen, 48 hours since winning, I don't want to leave the feeling, and I just want to keep shitting on people for feeling so depressed that Inter Miami won. I mean, this is amazing to have 29 fan bases crying in their corners.
I am all good with the front office getting straight back to work today. I get it because that's their job. But you know what? That's not our job. Yeah. We're here to just have fun. And we're going to keep soaking in it. So, yes, later on in the week, we'll probably break down the roster. Shout out to SoFlo. We'll probably, and make sure you check out his channel. Matt from SoFlo is awesome. We're going to soak in it and enjoy it. And then later on this week, then we'll start talking about next year. But we need at least one more show where we just bask in what 2025 was.
Yes.
Right? And then next week will probably be our Battered Awards. So that'll be our last 2025 hoorah, where we have our award show for the worst take from me and Chris. And, just it's a fun show. If you haven't been a part of it before, it's a fun show. We usually, what we do, and just in case anybody's watching, just so you're ready for it, we usually send out a link to everybody, either through Twitter and on our show. And it lets you go in, and we have our nominees, and everybody gets to vote on everything that we put
Yes.
on there, and then we just shared the results on the show, and then we comment whether we agree or disagree. But ultimately, you guys are the ones that give the awards out. So it's fun time. We've done it. What is it? Is this going to be the third or fourth year that we do this now? Might be the fourth.
I think we did it.
Did we do it the first year we did it?
2022, 23, 24.
Okay, so this might be the fourth year. We have to go back and check. But yeah, it's a fun show, and it's always a good time.
Shout out to Cam Axel with a $20 super slam.
It's much appreciated, Cam.
Much
I really,
love.
really do appreciate your support. And all right, so here's the deal. We wanted to bask in it. So Chris and I are like, all right, so do you want to go from beginning to end? And shout out to 89J Stubbs. We're going to give you that show where we talk about all the things that are coming up next year with the roster and anything, but I'm sorry, we had to keep basking in it just another day longer, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So do we want to go from the beginning to the end of the season and kind of just review the season? We've done that in the past before, and we were considering it. But then I was like, well, let's see how many big moments we had, how many records we broke. And when I started looking into it, I was way past 10. And I said, Chris, I'm sorry, but we need to make sure that everybody knows how many records we broke. So as I'm looking into this, I told Chris, stop looking. I'm going to put these on. I'm going to put them on a little sheet, and I'm going to start showing you guys all of them, 1 through 15. And Chris doesn't even know all of them yet because he stopped looking.
No, I don't.
So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put them out here so you guys can see 15 records broken this season. Okay, so if you are an Inter Miami fan, if you are a Messi fan, because you know Messi's littered throughout this list of 15, make sure you check this out because we got 15 records broken just this season. And just remember that just a couple weeks ago, we said, wow, this season is going to be a huge failure if we don't win the MLS Cup. You look back, and this record's broken that weren't even technically records that we didn't include in here. For example, first time an MLS club beats a European club when Inter Miami beat Porto. That's technically not a record. That doesn't make this list of 15.
That's just the first time ever.
And that is probably a huge one. Thank you, very Dan Stancy. That is a huge one that isn't even part of the 15. So this was a memorable season. So and I see some people already naming some of them. So are you ready, Chris?
Yeah, I'm ready, dude. I want to go right through it.
And what is the final viewership numbers for the MLS Cup? I heard it was 100 million. I think that number sounds way too high. I don't believe it, but I saw that some floating around somewhere in the Twitterverse. That sounds way too high. So, Chris, if you could verify that, but I did see 100 million, but I find that hard to believe. 100 million is that's like 100 times more than what they usually get. So, all right. So here we go. First record. All right, and technically it's not a record, so whatever. Just suck it. But it is a record for Inter Miami. It was the first MLS Cup in franchise history. Don't worry, they get better than this one. I just wanted to fill it in because I was like 14 is an odd number. I needed a number 15. So I threw this one as a number 15. So number 15 is first trophy in MLS history. I'm sorry, for Inter Miami history, MLS Cup. Boom. That one.
Beautiful.
Done. All right. We're good so far?
Yeah, we're good. I mean, we got the star above the crest. Let's go.
Number 14, most combined goal contributions. Most combined goal contributions by a team quartet. Alba, Messi, Luis Suarez, and Tadeo Allende, 133 goal contributions. No other quartet in MLS history has ever achieved that many goal contributions in a season. That was our dynamic four.
That's funny, guys. I mean, I don't know if you guys have known about that stat, but that's an interesting stat. To be able to say a team quartet contributed to 133 goal contributions. That's fantastic. I'm pretty sure not that many people know.
Messi alone has 68.
That is insane. Close to freaking, what is that? That's actually more than half of it.
Actually, it's less than 68. It was 48 because this is just regular season, the loaner. So 48 of those were Messi because he had 48 in the regular season. All right. 13. Messi wins first franchise Golden Boot with 29 goals. That was a good one. First one in franchise history, 29 goals. First Golden Boot in franchise history. That goes to Messi.
Well, and you know what? We didn't have too many contributions, I guess, in that sense. And then number 12, you put down Messi achieved 5 consecutive games with multiple goals.
That's another
I'm
record.
assuming we're gonna see a lot of Messi's here.
Yeah, Messi's littered throughout here.
I mean, that's what
in
happens
MLS history,
when you have the greatest player.
There's 30 seasons of MLS history, right? This is the 30th season. No other player has ever gone on a streak of 5 games in a row with multiple goals. Messi achieved that with 5 consecutive games. I believe it was May 28th to July 12th, I want to say. And obviously, it's a big gap in between because of the Club World Cup, which doesn't count. But yes, Braceman, that's when he was hitting 2 goals every game. So that was a record, 5 consecutive games with multiple goals.
Nice.
All right.
That's a nice one.
All right.
Let's see 11.
Next.
I'll go ahead and I'll word off 11. Inter Miami played 58 matches across all competitions. That's a record.
No MLS team has ever played that many games in one calendar year. So 58 matches, and I believe that doesn't even include the friendlies that were in the beginning of the year. So, but 58 matches across all competitions. Nowhere near. I think Vancouver ended up in the mid-50s, though. They were close behind because they had a busy year this year also. But Miami played almost 60 matches across all competitions. So that is another record broken here. Now, before we keep going to the top 10, let me go to the chat real quick.
Well, the only reason I think that Vancouver had that, I guess, right under us is because
Champions Cup.
They didn't play and they didn't play the Club World Cup. So that's where we kind of tipped the scales a little bit right there.
Yeah. But they played in the Canadian Cup.
Yeah.
But they didn't play in the Leagues Cup, which we made the final.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Canadian Cup, like, well, it's always going to be Vancouver and Montreal or Vancouver and Toronto. Like, how awesome is that?
All right, here we go. Top 10. Number 10, Inter Miami scored 101 total goals, regular season and playoffs. That is a record. No team has ever scored 101 goals in the regular season / playoffs. Now, I will tell you that the record for regular season goals is 85. Miami had 81. Now, I don't know, Chris, if you could find how many of those goals it was LAFC in 2019 and LA Galaxy in 1998. I want to say are the 2 teams that got 85. We were 4 short, but I believe that if you just count non-penalty goals, I believe that we had the most ever. But I'd have to check that. I didn't have enough time to check that stat, so I just left it at 101 total goals.
Well, I do want to mention, as far as the most matches won, LAFC is behind Inter Miami, from what I gather here, with 53 competitive matches across all competitions.
Oh, was it Vancouver?
No, it is not.
All right, moving on. Number 9, Inter Miami recorded 34 wins. That's the most in a single season. So they had 34 wins because you count regular season and you count playoffs. 34 wins. It's basically a full regular season, right? Because 34 games is a full regular season. So when you count the playoffs and the regular season, they had 34 wins, which is the most in MLS history. So we're going to keep going. We'll keep breaking these records. We still got 8 to go. We're breaking these records.
I want to mention something. 89J Stubbs says first player / sports director / GM to win MLS Cup. And I get what you're doing there, 89J Stubbs. But let me tell you something. Danny made a post by Franco that mentioned
tweeted his post. Yeah, that was an amazing tweet.
Yeah, an amazing tweet by Franco where he's basically saying we need to give a little bit more credit to Mas because if it wasn't for him and the kind of owner that he is to pursue big names like how he did without any sort of hesitancy,
and all the boys,
I mean, willing to shell out in order to make this club and city better. I mean, it's fantastic.
Absolutely. And he said, don't worry, Busquets and Alba gone. We got the replacements. So
we got backups.
And we are good with Jorge Mas. So we're lucky to have him as an owner. Number 8.
Yes. Most goal contributions
with 61, in a season. Oh, I forgot to write Messi's name on there. That's Lionel Messi. 61 goal contributions when you combine regular season and playoffs. Second place is Carlos Vela with 52. So he was 9 clear.
Damn.
9 clear when you combine the regular season and the playoffs.
I mean, that's going to be hard to obtain, I think, for anybody, right? Like, that's something that Messi's got locked.
Because the thing is, Messi had the goal contributions 48 in regular season. The record is 49 by Carlos Vela. Then that season, he ended up with 52 goal contributions, regular season and playoffs combined. That means in that playoff run, he only had 3 goal contributions. Messi, well, you'll see it later on in this list, but Messi tore it up in the playoffs. Everybody talking about Tadeo Allende. Messi tore it up in the playoffs. But we keep moving. Number 7, Messi scored 10 multi-goal games. The previous record was 8. Messi broke it by 2. So Messi scored 10 multiple goal games.
I mean, that's also got to take like a different kind of special player, right? Like, you can't just assume that a standard striker is going to be able to pull that off either. No.
So Messi, like when he was absolutely balling, Messi 10 multiple goal contributions, 5 of those came in a row. Like he's just he's godly. Number 6, Inter Miami scored 20 playoff goals.
Whoa, holy! Well, I mean, this is where you have the lopsidedness, where I mean, 4 goals, the 5 goals, the 4-goal games, like those were massive for us. And I do think
an interesting one that wasn't included. First time 4 World Cup winners played an MLS final. Yes, and then then 3 won the first time that an MLS player another player wins both MLS Cup and World Cup. Busquets, Messi, DePaul, and those are the 3 that won. Yeah.
And these crazy people out here are really driving themselves mad because they don't want players like this. And they're gonna say that this isn't good for the league to have 4 World Cup winners on the pitch in a Major League Soccer Cup championship.
Do you guys believe Messi was the only reason we won the cup? I mean, team was good, but just replace Messi with another icon, you won't be able to imagine a league victory.
You want to answer that now, or you want to answer that at the end?
No, we could leave it for the end. But no, Messi. Look at how many times Messi shows up on this list. I mean, Messi definitely carried us a lot of the way throughout this. But yeah, 20 playoff goals. The team was hot all year. 81 goals, obviously a lot during the regular season, but they got even hotter in the playoffs. That's 20 goals. And how many playoff games did they play? 6? That's 20 goals in 6 games, was it? 3 against Nashville, Cincinnati, NYCFC, and in the final. So 20 goals in 6 games. Absurd. And you know what? If they eliminate that 3-game first round next year, which I think that they are, this record never gets touched.
It's over. Yeah, it's never going to.
I don't think that this.
That's what I was just going to mention.
There's a few of these records. There's a few of these records that are never going to get touched if they eliminate that. Which I think they're going to, if they get rid of that 3-game first round, some of these records will never get touched again.
Yeah.
So Tadeo Allende might just be out there forever. Number 5.
Absolutely.
Tadeo Allende, 9 playoff goals. So this one was very impressive. 9 goals in 6 games. He was absolutely balling. He had a inconsistent regular season, but became an absolute monster when it mattered most. He is now an Inter Miami legend forever. I don't think anybody could ever dispute that. And very impressive record right there.
Amy is asking, Danny and Chris, are you guys happy that Inter Miami won the MLS Cup?
Yes.
Hell yes.
Yes.
Now, Gus is also mentioning Allende first non-Messi record, but Messi is part of that in ways. Tadeo Allende, the kind of change, the turn that he did towards the end of the season, especially to start the playoffs, definitely had won the hearts of the fans, and definitely the weight of the goals in the playoffs and the championship are so much higher than what he missed during the regular season. Doesn't remove some of the things that he did wrong or didn't execute at, but I mean, if it wasn't for him and the way that he was playing throughout the playoffs, it would have been a different look as well.
Oh yeah, I remember 58-60. Allende is a bigger legend than Higuain.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
I think
Look,
MLS
we can have that.
yes.
We can
I don't
have
think,
that.
like,
We can have that show
career-wise.
also. No, of course not career. Not like
Yeah.
by the eyes of the world, but I'm talking about for this franchise. Absolutely. Tadeo Allende is already top 10 without a doubt. How high in the top 10? It's pretty high. Look, this little 6-game run just cemented him. He's like way up there.
That's going to be a good video to do. Like top 10 memorable players.
Look, if you guys like Inter Miami content, you're going to get sick of seeing us because it's the off season and we do slow down a little bit, right? We don't go as hard in the paint. We're not doing 4 or 5 shows a week anymore, but you will still see us consistently and we'll be having some fun shows.
I mean, this is another one. Reaper asking Rocco, bigger legend than Calendar. I think yes. I mean, we got some answers. We got some things to answer this season, this off season.
All right, number 4, Messi, 48 goal contributions. Now I added this because technically the record is 49. Okay, but let me just be very clear. In the MLS, they count secondary assists, hockey assist. For those of you that are familiar with hockey assist, that means you made the pass that led to the other pass that ended up being the assist. Carlos Vela, when he got the 49 goal contributions, had 5 secondary assists.
So that would have kept him at 44.
Messi, 2.
Oof.
So
I would have kept him at 46.
If you're going by just regular worldly football outside of the MLS, where we talk about what real an actual assist is, none of that hockey stuff, none of that silliness, because I gave you the pass that led to the other pass. None of that's silly to me. Or a true assist. Messi is the true leader and record breaker for goal contributions in a regular season. So, and did Messi have 0 penalties? Is that a fact? I'm not 100% sure. But I could have sworn he got 1. Didn't he get a penalty shot in the regular season?
You know what? He did get a shot on penalty, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he did. He miss?
But Carlos Vela had like 12 that year, by the way. So that also. So if you want to just talk about like what the goal contributions look like, no secondary assist, no penalties, and if there was a penalty, it was just 1. It was 1 against Nashville. Somebody just wrote. Okay, so it was 1. Carlos Vela had like 12. So when we're talking about like the greatest season, fuck Carlos Vela. That's right. I'll say it with my chest. All you LAFC fans, fuck Carlos Vela. Messi had the greatest season in MLS history because he didn't need the penalty kicks and he didn't need the secondary assists to get his 48 goal contributions. So much better season than Carlos Vela could even dream of. So let me just say that, and then we shall move on.
Jess Boy saying, good math, Chris. I know. Danny's proud of me.
I am. All right, top 3. Messi had 15 playoff goal contributions, 6 goals, 9 assists. This is another record that if they cut down, I don't even think it gets touched regardless. Even if you play 6 games, I think that somebody won't touch this. But if you take away 1 or 2 games, even less, this is going to be one of those records that lives on forever. 15 goal contributions in a playoff run.
That's insane. Like, who's behind him on that?
Insanity.
I mean, I need to look that up.
Yeah. I would have looked all that stuff up, but I got all these 15 in the span of, I don't know, like 20 or 25 minutes before I put my kids to bed. So that's why some of the fonts look different and stuff. I put this together very quickly. But all right, so 15 goal. That is insanity in one playoff run. All right, here we go. Number 2. Playoff goal differential plus 15. You know what that means? Not only are we scoring on your ass, but we are also defending our behinds off.
Yeah.
A plus 15. Like, we were just kicking ass throughout the playoffs. That's another one that's going to be hard for teams to catch up to. 15 plus 15 goal differential in the playoffs. Another record. And you know what my favorite thing about that record is? We conceded 5
What's
goals
that?
in 6 games. Going into this season, going into the playoffs, everybody's like, I don't know. I don't trust Miami. That defense, it's a little leaky.
Yeah.
Have you seen that defense? Nah. Yeah. Fuck you. You only scored 5 times in 6 games. We are the champs. Playoff differential plus 15.
There's nobody else that's going to be close to that ever. Like, people don't understand the kind of powerhouse that is Inter Miami.
No.
Night Game saying we fucking own Vancouver. Listen, we sent 2,000 Vancouverians crying on a plane all the way to Canada.
It was true at the time. It was true, but still, F them, because we're the champs.
Yeah,
you don't gotta bring facts into this.
This is the crazy thing. J Stubbs says 2 more points, we would have won the Shield.
Yeah, no, this is a great season.
Yeah,
look, when you take everything into consideration, the fact that we had to play 58 matches, which is more than anybody's ever played, and with that, Club World Cup, Leagues Cup, Champions Cup, half our roster's over 35 years old, and we still almost won the Supporter Shield. Come on.
Stancy, you need to join me on Twitter and rebel and just poop on everybody. Stancy, you're the nicest person in this chat and that always watches. It's time to gully up, and we're gonna go destroy people on Twitter, and you need to join me in the front.
Look, this right here is pronounced cocky. Right here, we're allowed to be cocky because we are the campeones. All right. Shows true character. Oh.
Yeah, no, Stancy's a real one.
All right. And the number 1 record broken, and I left it for number 1 because it will be made official tomorrow. Back-to-back MVP, first time ever.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Who are they gonna give it to? Like, come on.
No. If they give it to Don Garber stayed here in Miami, he's gonna give it to Messi tomorrow. It's gonna be announced tomorrow.
Yeah, of course.
And absolutely amazing.
I mean, listen, somebody just put here. Loner's asking a question. Danny, the most important question. There were a few journalists doubting about Messi project. Is the project a sporting success? Listen, the Loner, the Messi project or whatever project Mas worked on is probably not only just a sporting success in terms of business, but in terms of, like, look at these accolades here. Look at these statistics. These are things that many are not going to get broken. There's so many aspects how this plan worked out. I mean, not just for Inter Miami, for the league. 29 fan bases crying in a Cuartico. Like,
oh, you know what I was going to put as one of the records being broken?
Yeah, go.
You guessed it. First time an MLS team beats 29 other teams in the MLS Cup final.
Yes. I put that on my tweet. All 29 teams are lose. Yeah, I put it with the picture of me and Jose. And I put down, I think it was the next day. I'm like, hey, just reporting here. 29 teams lost the MLS Cup. Because that's how it felt.
It did.
Literally, Inter Miami, that's another record. Inter Miami made roughly like 80 million people cry on Sunday night.
Well, there are your 15 records broken in this magical season. We officially the villains, right? Everybody hates us again. I think people stopped hating us as much because they're like, oh, they're never going to win anything. And now we won. And I was like, oh, man.
They won. And now
I saw somebody write, what was it? They said, oh, do we get a star on our crest since we helped pay for Messi or something?
I wrote back to that clown. And then he's like, oh, you've been a fan since 2022. Figures. You're probably an 11-year-old Messi lover. And I'm like, what? 2022 is an insult? That was before Messi, buddy. What are we doing?
Yep. Shout out to Pedri records that Danny missed. First cold World Cup and MLS Cup winners, Messi. I think we mentioned that. I didn't put it on the list, but yes, I did mention it. And it was also the first time that an MLS Cup had 4 World Cup winners in it. So yeah, and if anybody else has any that I might have missed, please put them in, because again, that was me 20 minutes of research, just like a little over an hour ago. So back to the Superman question. Do we just tease it for the next episode? Do you guys believe Messi was the only reason we won the cup? Should we tease it and just talk about it in another episode? Just make everybody wait? No, I mean, we don't. I mean, do you believe that we would have won without Messi? If Messi gets injured if Messi gets injured in the Cincinnati game or in the Nashville series in the first round, do you think
that's pretty early? If it was Nashville, I'd probably say no.
Okay, so you needed Messi.
Yeah.
So there goes your answer.
Look, you can't doubt the effect that the greatest player of all time has on your team.
Of course.
And especially if he was to have gone down, like that's just too much to handle at that point.
Does Jordi Alba have the record for most assists by a fullback in a season? I believe so, with 14 last year, but I am not 100% sure. And again, that was last year. I know 100% it wasn't this year. Last year he had more assists than he did this year.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one. What about Messi breaking the all-time assist record in a Miami shirt? Okay, that one was a world record. So absolutely, that was a big time. That was a world record. I was, again, this was 20 minutes of quick research. So I 100%, I'm sure I missed some. So if you guys have more, keep bringing them my way.
Shout out to Valzan joining the force. I have been checking in the Haters podcast and giving them facts. Have been fun. A llorar a cuartito. Listen, join me. It is a revolution out here. And I llorar al cuartito. Ciao. Yeah. Stancy is joining the dark side now. I need crying podcast.
What happened to nice Stancy?
No, it's done. It's over. It's over, and we're on our way.
You know, I still haven't got my voice fully back. I still feel it hoarse.
I will light the torches, and we will all meet in front of the Dunkin' Donuts at Chase Stadium, where the parade will take place, and we will march to every podcast in the country, starting with Ohio.
You know what I think is the best about this season is not only did Inter Miami have a great season, even though there are some people that still say that this season wasn't a success, even though I feel like they won. I know the Champions Cup is technically the biggest, but to me, this is the biggest for us. This is the one we needed. We needed this. Yeah. We were good. Now Let's go for Champions Cup. But there are still people saying that it's still a failure because they said multiple trophies, even though they technically won the treble. So I don't know. But you know what my favorite part of this is that Messi's 38. And like he's still like that guy. And if you don't believe me, everybody's waiting for him to be that guy in the World Cup. That's right. Where the best players in the world all play in one tournament. And nobody's like, oh, no, he's 38. He's slowing down. He's in the MLS. No, everybody's still expecting him to ball out in the World Cup. So
this is another record. Forgot to mention. Gus says Obando broke the record for most minutes on the bench.
I want you to check for me right now. Who had more minutes this season? Obando or Ryan Saylor?
No, there's no way, dude.
Because Ryan Saylor didn't get it.
So you want me?
Go check.
Yeah, so you want me to check, right? I'm going to go and I'm going to look up, right? I'm just kind of walking through it.
Shout out to Summer Sunshine. I mentioned this one before I started the 15. I mentioned this one also because it's technically not a record. But yeah, it is a big deal. First MLS team to ever beat a European team. And I remember I was in my hotel room in Orlando when that happened. That was a big deal.
So I'm punching in right now, Inter Miami, right? Apply filters. And the person that had more minutes between Obando and you're saying Saylor.
Yeah.
Obando had 154 minutes. Saylor had 94.
Oh shit! Obando played more than Ryan Taylor
So Obando,
because he played that entire
I mean,
game.
listen. Yeah, apparently he played 6 games.
6?
Apparently he played 6 games. That's what MLSsoccer.com is saying. I don't know where those 6 games were, but he played them. One is when he started. You have Sailor, who actually played 5 games, and one he started.
Wow. So Sergio Ramos is a free agent. I don't think there's any way they go after Sergio Ramos.
Can I mention something?
He's too old.
Drake
at this point.
Drake Callender played 30 more minutes than Obando did. Robert Taylor. I got confused there. Robert Taylor played 197 minutes. And he only played 4 games. David Martinez played 376 minutes.
You know what? There's another record that might be there that we haven't checked. Amount of players that play for your team in one season. Because we had a lot of turnover throughout the season.
Oh no, but you think that I think that was worse in the
last year?
In the Bryce Duke era.
No, but that was in the off season.
I feel
like
that's right. We had 18, the most.
Right. It was at 18 from 2021 to 2022. There was 18 new players on the team from 21 to 22. Yeah. And it ended up being a pretty good job because they went from one of the worst teams in 2022. They ended up making the playoffs. So it was 18 players that changed. But that was the offseason. I'm wondering how many players played throughout the whole season for us, because that might be a record in itself also.
Well, I mean, I'll count it, but we need to bring the Super Slam before we finish. We got Quasi Saminal Jaime says, both of you guys deserve this win. Shout out for the $13.99 Super Slam. Y'all have been there from the very beginning before all the glitz and glamour. That's facts.
Yes, shout out to you. And it wasn't just us. We had Football Miami TV, and then Miami Total Football Radio. I forget which is which. I always confuse those two because the names are so similar. But I know one of those is Peter Brown and Uncle Ed. The other one is Franco Panizo. Both of those were doing their things before us. Shout out to them. And Inter Miami Podcast, which they don't really do any. They don't really podcast anymore. But they were around from the jump also. They kind of just stopped. But those 3, I remember, were the 3 when we started, the only 3 that I remember that were also podcasting about the team back when we started.
And let me tell you, for those of you who don't remember, I don't know if you guys want to deep dive here, but back in the days, the Heron Outlet, when they were out and about, shout out to Alex Windley and the Hest Master.
Yeah, and then Austin. I forgot his last name.
Yeah, Austin. Yeah. That's right. Shit, mm-hmm. Austin just disappeared off the map.
Yep. Danny, do you think Messi is the greatest of all? Absolutely. I don't think. I feel like I think it's 30 anybody
that played this.
30. I wonder what's 30. the record. See if maybe Google gives you that. We're about to wrap it up, but I really do believe that anybody that looks at you dead in the face and says that Messi isn't the greatest of all time is just because they don't want to admit it. But I think everybody knows it. Like, how could you not? How could somebody win 8 Ballon d'Ors and not be the best of all time? Like, that alone should be like the defining, like, hey, by the way, I was the best player in the world 8 years. Like, I don't know. It's boggling that anybody would say otherwise.
So I just checked ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is like, man, I don't know a motherfucking thing. So
Petty Potter coming in with more records. Another record that Danny missed. And I don't know how. I'm going off Petty Potter. I don't know if this is accurate. IMCF becomes the second MLS team after Toronto FC to win MLS Cup with final without any gringos in the starting 11. Now, Noah Allen is technically a gringo because he is a local kid, and so is Ian Frey. I do know that they have dual citizenships, so they technically play internationally for Jamaica and Greece, but they are both American. So, I don't know. And isn't Danny a former
Hold
Ronaldo
on.
fan?
This doesn't make sense. I just looked it up on Google, and Google. Oh man. Oh, okay. I'll answer. I'll go through mine first. Google says that Inter Miami's 2025 season, we had a total of 58 different players.
That can't be right.
50. I don't think that we've had 58.
No, that's too much.
I mean, Google's wrong, ChatGPT wrong. What the hell's happening with this AI crap?
Yeah. All right. Rocco Blanco is also American. There you go. Is Danny a former Ronaldo fan? Yeah, well, I watch Real Madrid, so yeah, when he was on the team, I supported him. This is the thing. This is what I don't understand.
You just now you ended it. Now you just ended it in the worst way.
They were asking. They were asking.
The best comment.
Okay, fine. I won't.
I mean, but you're done now.
I won't.
I mean, you're done.
No, I won't.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You might as well. You already buried yourself.
Well, I just think it's. I think it's so weird. You know how I said that? I think people that don't say Messi is the greatest of all time are dumb because they just purposely don't want to admit it. I also think that people that say that Ronaldo sucks are also dumb. Like they're both great. Messi's just a lot greater. But you got to tell me that Ronaldo wasn't great? Like both things can be true.
You're gonna have. Look at this. I mean, you got all the people calling you you're a Bicho fan. Well, I just found out what that meant last week.
But my thing is, if they say they don't like Ronaldo, that's fine. But if you say that Ronaldo sucks, then come on. Now his personality, to me, he seems like he's a douchebag. Oh, he's one of those people that I once he left Real Madrid, I didn't keep watching him. Like he left Real Madrid, and that was it. I was done watching him. You know who my favorite player on Real Madrid was?
Who?
Sergio Ramos. That's if you look at my Real Madrid, the majority of them have Sergio Ramos in the back. So,
I mean, you're done, Danny. I mean, look. MZX is saying Danny le gusta el bicho.
And you know what? Well, you should, if you guys watch this show, you should know how I am. I root for my team. I've told you how much I dislike Luis Suarez. Has that stopped me at all from rooting for Luis Suarez? Absolutely not. So there you go. Ronaldo's playing on Real Madrid. I was rocking with Ronaldo. Luis Suarez is playing over here. I'm rocking with him. So,
I mean, this is a perfect way to end the show. Like the comments after this is going to be fantastic to read over. That is morning newspaper stuff, guys. Prepare yourselves tomorrow morning. Just go to the comments and read. Danny's done.
That's another one. No, that's another one that Vinny's almost impossible to like. Vinny's another one that I don't like. So I do not like Vinny either. And he wants to leave Madrid. So yeah, I hope he leaves. All right. Sure. So I think we've reached the end here because I just wanted to talk about the records, and somehow one question led to all of this now. And then, yes, exactly. Unless Suarez is a player, but not as a person. Exactly.
Guys, listen, Soccer Daddy, shout out to Soccer Daddy. I hate Chris more than Ronaldo. That's fantastic. And for those we had 200 in here, guys. Like and subscribe. Ignore what Danny said. We don't like Ronaldo here. Okay?
I don't like Luis Suarez either. And then I keep seeing in the chat that he's coming back. I was like, why? When did this happen? Did it just happen? I thought he was leaving. I was good with him leaving. I'm good with him leaving. All right, Chris, any final words?
You're a mess. We're still champions, guys. Join me in the revolution. Twitter revolution. We're going to go and dog everybody on Twitter.
Chris, if Jordan would have joined the Knicks, would you like Jordan?
I mean, I'd have to tell you yes.
Right.
I'd have
Isn't
to
that
say
how
yes.
that works, right? If you root for a team and then a player's playing for your team, don't you root for that guy?
Yeah, but Jordan sucks in reality. So, like, get out of here.
Okay. All right. If LeBron were to say he's going to go to the Knicks tomorrow, would you not like LeBron?
This guy. I mean, I guess I'll accept it.
All right.
I'll
All right,
accept.
there
We
you
don't
go.
need his ass though. Get the fuck out of here, LeBron. We don't need Jordan. We don't need LeBron. Jordan's mad overrated. Had the most clutch
Oh.
3-point shooters in his whole career.
And then
Scottie
I ended with
Pippen, the
this.
greatest defensive player of all time. Oh, nice. As Danny shows off the Miami Herald newspaper, funding Michelle Kaufman and the gang.
Shout out to my cousin Manny. I told them I was texting with them and I couldn't get to the newsstand to pick it up. And Manny said he got me, and then he came and he dropped it off. So, man, if you're watching this, shout out to you.
Nice.
Manny, hashtag Manny, you still suck. But I appreciate you go ahead and hooking me up with the newspaper, because that was him that came and he dropped it off at my house. So much love to him.
I don't
right,
appreciate that shit. Okay? This was the shirt I was going to wear if we were to have done the MLS fans. Fuck the Heat. We don't need that bullshit, that fucking negativity in here.
All right. Chris, any final words there?
Marianne, you're spamming the chat. Chill out. We read it. Who do we think are going to replace Alba and Boosie? Ronaldo and Pinaldo. That's who.
We're gonna have a conversation about all that. Wow, Manny over Bicho Lover Danny.
Oh my
God. That's it. Do you want me to lie and be like, oh
All
yeah,
good,
while I was rooting
Marianne.
for Real Madrid, I hated Ronaldo and I was hoping he would miss everything? No. You know, he had that three-peat for Champions League. I don't remember Barcelona ever winning a three-peat for Champions League. I guess we'll end it there because I'm about to just, you know. All right. If you're listening on audio, appreciate you listening all the way to the end. Please leave us 5 stars, comment, review, all that good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And for those of you in the chat, even the ones that are about to flame me for what I just said, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. The MLS is back in 74 days.
That's wild, man.
I know. It's going to be crazy.
That's
I appreciate you guys hanging out. And
all good, Marianne.
We'll be back very soon. There you go. I love it. All right. We'll be back later this week, probably talking about the future. So we'll see. Yeah. I'm enjoying watching all these comments pop up. We'll be back later this week with Battered MLS fans, God size, and all that other stuff. So until the next one, have a good one.